This video will show that aside from being bad for you, fast food contributes to much of the world's pollution. I will show how fast food restaurants affect the environment, and I will also show healthy alternatives to fast food that do not pollute. And since those don't eliminate all of our problems, I will also show other ways you can stop pollution and diabetes, mainly not driving cars and using alternative forms of transportation. I hope you enjoy this film.
Good morning. I'm Wilfred Brimley, and I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes about diabetes.
Believe the lies for your eyes. Credit cards and apple pie. 50 stars to blind your eyes. 13 stripes to hypnotize. Free thought is gone. You'll never see. You're just a fraud. You'll die tomorrow, but today your empty dreams just fade away, evaporate, dissolve the hate while you suffer that way until a lifeless fate. Your stupid life just fiddle on. You slip for others and then you're gone. I just can't escape the light moment we were born. We're dying such an ugly sight. We have no rights. We have no future.
Fast food is not only fattening and will give you
Diabetes.
but it also creates a large amount of the world's air pollution. Did you know that cooking 4 hamburgers at a normal fast food restaurant creates as much air pollution as driving a car for 1,000 miles? Then multiply that by the 70 million people that eat fast food each day. And then multiply that by the 365 days in a year, and you get 28,301,000,000 people that eat at least one fast food hamburger each day. That creates as much pollution as driving a car for 7,075,250,000,000 miles. Now that's a lot of miles. But that's not all! And add that to the 210 million people that drive an average of between 30 and 40 miles each day. That means that the average American drives 14,600 miles each year. Then multiply that by the 300 million people that live in the U.S. and you get 4,380,000,000,000 miles driven by the American population each year.
Now that's a lot of pollution.
This is what your average meal at McDonald's looks like, and this is how much trash it creates. And then, just in your head, try to estimate multiplying that by the 28,301,000,000 people every year that eat fast food that just goes straight into the landfill and on the roads and then into the oceans. That's a whole lot of trash. But what if there is a way to stop
Diabetes.
and save the environment at the same time? Well, now there is. Alternative forms of transportation, such as skateboarding in a box. Riding a skateboard on the inside of a parking garage. Riding a skateboard on the road. Riding a bike off of the road. Riding a bike on the road. Walking. Riding on the inside of a wagon. Walks only 2 miles per day. And also riding on a blue trolley thing than they probably should be eating. This leads to a lot of
Diabetes. 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 Diabetes.
But what if you rode your bike to that 7-mile commute to work every day? Or if you skated to work every day. That would mean biking an extra 14 miles every day which is a lot of exercise, which would cut down on your gas bills, harmful environmental effects, and your waistline. Hey there, Average Joe. What if I told you that you could make healthy and delicious fast food from your own home?
She's gonna make some real hamburgers for us.
That's right. Let's go there now.
Alright, stop. Okay, so right here we have some real hamburger meat. This is great hamburger meat right here. We have some nice taters right here, just some boiling water. You're just good to go right here. You're just good to go.
Make even sliced potatoes. Place them firmly in the water.
So now you're gonna want to just take your meat, just cook it up. That's all there is to it.
Once the potatoes are done boiling, fry them up. Cook the meat. Now, doesn't that look great? This is the total trash used from cooking the homemade hamburger compared to the McDonald's one, which created a lot more trash. But cutting down on trash isn't the only good thing about cooking your own food. In this homemade hamburger, there's roughly 10 grams of fat and 200 calories, including the fries. This McDonald's hamburger and fries has a total of 1,130 calories and 58 grams of fat. Wow. And that's not including the soda, of which many contain brominated vegetable oil, which is a flame retardant. And as far as I know, there's no flame that needs to be retarded in your stomach. So, pollution-wise, this McDonald's hamburger created as much pollution as driving a car for 250 miles, whereas this here homemade hamburger created as much pollution as just driving a mile away to the store to buy the ingredients.
Meaningful reasons not to eat fast food, other than the obvious reasons that we have already been taught. I also hope I have inspired you to make your own healthy food and cut down on air pollution and waste. I hope I have given reasonable alternatives to driving in a car, and that I have given you a good reason to do so, mainly that cars pollute and detract from a human's essential amount of daily exercise. Farewell, my dear viewers. Have a dandyful day.
Few minutes about diabetes. Actually, about diabetes and how it's affected me in my life. I'll start when I was first diagnosed. I was scared to death. I was experiencing symptoms that were strange and unfamiliar to me.
I myself have changed by refraining from eating fast food and always trying to either ride my bike or skate somewhere, as opposed to driving in a car. So I'm just a great person now, and I'm just saving the environment and my arteries every day.
I lost all my energy. And I was scared. Man doesn't like to admit he was scared, but I truly was. I wasn't afraid to die. I knew that was coming to all of us. But what I was afraid of was that I might have to live a long time feeling like I felt. And I really wasn't interested in that. So finally, at the urging of my family, the ones who loved me the most, I went to see a doctor.